Alright guys, by special request I've got the Zephyr out here, and Clarence out there, the RC reviewer, he picked up a couple of these. Unfortunately Hobby King doesn't carry them anymore. They've been discontinued, and probably lucky if I just get the parts for them. But nicely built gliders, guys. These things go about 90 miles an hour with a 4S battery, and it will handle it. It's got a super duper ESC that they put in the thing. It's got some good weight to it. Inside the passenger compartment, battery compartment, I just keep a plastic bag in there usually to hold the wires down, and I just pulled that out of here. So I kind of keep that in there to keep the wires in place, because I move this around quite a bit. But the strategy is trying to get a battery in there. The largest I've been able to put in this thing was a 22 cell 4S battery with a 40C capacity. The Admiral Pro is a very good fit for this bird. And then the balance, the CG, is just about right on when you do that. A couple other things about this plane. When you first put it together, make sure you get these wires, okay? Or it may come and the wires look tucked in. You want to make sure that those are down in there, because see, they will work themselves out. I didn't do this. This worked its way out by itself, but it's something it's happened once or twice. What I'm going to do is stick down back in there, and a little drop of foam tack glue would probably be enough to keep that secured so it doesn't get into your impeller. Let's see, a couple other things on this plane. One thing, there are no hinges on the ailerons or the V-tails. Okay, so and it is kind of a brittle, hard foam. So what you do want to do is put a little, take a paintbrush with a little bit of foam tack and just coat a little thin layer on both sides of your ailerons right down in there. You know, flex it and put a little coat, let it dry real good before you flex it back the other way, and then put a coat on the reverse side and let it dry real good. And then work it a few times after it's dried pretty good, and you'll probably never have the problem. I did have a couple of issues just on landings where some of these wanted to start separating, and back here a couple of times too. See, I've got a small crack back there, but I arrested that process just by putting a dab of the foam tack back there, and it's not come loose since. Big issue right here. Very first time I made in this, I took it out, flew great, had an awesome time, came in for a perfect landing, and as soon as I hit, I didn't have these on here, these wing stabilizers for kind of skid plates. They didn't affect the flight at all. In fact, actually they made it a little bit more easy to handle. But on landings I didn't have a problem, because the first time it ripped this wing right off. And when you put this thing together, you're going to see there's only two tiny little carbon spars that stick about that far into the plastic. It's a joke, really. And I saw it when I built the thing first, and I thought, you know, I questioned it, but I didn't think anything of it. I was kind of new at this stuff, so I didn't think anything of it. Either tape it or reinforce that somehow. I put a piece of tape there, and actually what I've done, because I like to fly this thing fast, is I've glued my wings to the fuselage as well and taped it, and I put protective layer of tape all across the bottom. It balances out beautifully. It's virtually indestructible now. The other thing, if you're going with a 4S battery and you want to open it up, because RC reviewer, I know you like to open up that throttle, buddy, you might want to stiffen up your wings a little bit. When you get wide open throttle with the 4S battery, wings will start to oscillate like this in the air. It's a crazy sight. One of my videos will demonstrate that for you. I'll see if I can find the link for you later. But I solved that problem by just putting a piece of the Gorilla clear repair tape. It's pretty thick, but when you put it on there nice and tight, not only does it protect your leading edges, but it stiffens that wing up just enough that you don't get that oscillation anymore. Other than that, this thing is a very tight bird. I think you have a good time with it. This thing sounds awesome. They sound awesome. But don't forget this wire up here. They have a habit of working their way out, and definitely take care of those two before you go. You know, the bolts they give you back here and stuff like that, it's nice, man. It really does a good job holding down to the back, but those two little front spars are just a joke. So do something with that, you won't have a problem with this thing. Alrighty. Other than that, either put hinges in your wing, your surfaces, or like I said, I just use a little paintbrush with foam tack glue, and I've never had a problem once I do that with them. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps, buddy. Talk to you later. See you soon.